Hi, and welcome to Life to a Teee Pod. Today we have extraordinaire Mrs. Simi Drey. I could go into a long intro for you, but I want you to introduce yourself to our guest.
Hello, my name is Simi Drey. I am an actor, a TV radio presenter, a digital storyteller, a wife, and now a mom.
And a serial entrepreneur.
And an entrepreneur, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today. You know, I always say to people, one of the reasons I created Life to a Teee Pod, and just Life to a Teee as a whole concept, is I wanted people to almost feel like they were in our living room, just like chit-chatting. But also the ability to reach a billionaire status is not that likely for the average person, but there are people who are doing so well in various areas of life that people can learn from. And you're one of those people that I always reach out to, that I've learned so much from. And we have similar journeys and similar paths. But before we start, I do something called rapid fires. So we're going to talk all things motherhood, being a wife, being an entrepreneur, and so on, but rapid fires.
Okay, should I be nervous?
No, never. It's me.
Never.
It's
Okay.
me. Never. So we're going to do, okay, favorite food.
Okay.
German food, British food. Wow, that's...
I thought you were going to say Nigerian, something easy.
No,
Okay,
that's what I
so British food. So
Yeah.
what do we have? Bangers and mash.
Wow, okay. You went straight there.
Yeah, it's a no for me. German food. Schnitzel is nice, but
I like schnitzel.
that's the only thing I like.
Well, you don't like German food?
I like schnitzel.
You're married to a German.
I like schnitzel, hubby. And I like German bread. Girl, it's hard.
I think British food wins. We have beans on toast. We have English breakfast.
I don't like that.
You don't like the English breakfast?
I really don't.
Beans, egg.
I really don't. I'm the only one in
You
my
like
family.
one item from the whole German palette, but you don't like any British food. And I mean like British, like white British food.
I like scones.
Scones hits.
Scones hits.
A good tea time. Good
Yeah,
tea time.
I like.
Let's stop.
Does this count? Weetabix.
Weetabix does not count.
Girl,
Let's end. You chose German food. You chose German food. Let's end it there. And then the other rapid question is around motherhood, because I think that's something that's important to both of who we are. So what would you choose? Breastfeeding or formula?
So I'm exclusively breastfeeding. So I guess, yeah. So I've never done formula before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you travel?
Pumping.
Oh, yes.
Girl, I'm a cow in the house. Yeah. And the thing is, because I'm so lazy, you know, you have some moms that are like so consistent, like
Yes.
at
Every
a specific
hour.
time.
Mhm.
Exactly.
One boob first, the next
Girl,
boob.
no, me, I'm lazy. So whenever I know I have to travel, I'm like, oh, shoot, I need to start pumping. And then I'm there like, you know, rapidly pumping to make sure I have enough storage. Please, moms, don't be like me. Actually plan ahead. It's easier. But yeah.
How long do you plan to breastfeed for?
So...
And I'm getting into your business right now. I'm sorry.
It's girl, like I'm open about it. It's fine. So I want to breastfeed for 2 years, but I know after the first year she'll be like fully on solids and
she'll have
breastfeeding.
teeth.
She'll have teeth.
She'll have teeth. Just
I know. I mean, we're 6 months in, still going strong. Okay. But my plan is like breastfeeding will be more supplementary than like her being fully independent.
Yeah, well, like soothing for maybe her more than you, but
no. So you know, the thing is like, I think with your first child, you tend to be more like, you know, I go about everything. Like you want to do, well, for me anyway, I want to do things to the book. So it was my midwife when I was pregnant who was like, oh, babies benefit from breastfeeding for 2 years. And it stuck in my head. Like out of all the things she said, that stuck in my head. And I'm like, okay, 2 years breastfeeding. Let's do it.
You see, whereas like, we've all heard that. And I think it's good. I think, you know, it's actually cheaper too, just FYI, because you're naturally producing.
I've heard.
Formula is very expensive. As someone who breastfed for 3 months, I think I lasted maybe 3 months max.
Fair.
I think 3 months max.
Fair.
But again, it was because I was, you know, traveling all the time. I was exhausted. And yes, I was still traveling, even though I had a 3-month-old. And my body was just exhausted. And, you know, I think it was, I reached out to a mum, and a mum was like, Tope, fed is best.
Yeah.
Like, is your child fed?
Day, yes. Yeah.
That's all that matters. And I was like, no, everyone told me it has to be 2 years, like 2 years. And like, I had the same theory. And then I got to a point where I could literally see myself hating motherhood, because I was like, I'm not doing this thing everyone tells me I should do. And the honest truth is, it's not the same path for everyone.
It's really not.
While some people can breastfeed for 3 years, some can breastfeed for 1 week, and some don't breastfeed at all. And it doesn't take away, who you are as a mother.
Your mom is right. Fed is best.
Fed is best, but the journey's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, right? It's like, I know formula is more expensive, but one thing I do like is the fact that you have freedom, because sometimes I feel like I'm tied to my child, like
you
ball
can't
and
just throw the
chain.
child away. To the dad.
I mean, I can, but then because she's breastfed, like she always comes back to me.
Yeah, it's an attachment. Who's she more attached to you right now? You or your
I think
husband?
me right now, but she loves to play with my husband.
Yeah, but he's the fun dad.
He's the fun dad.
Yeah.
I'm like the one for comfort, for feeding.
Yeah, the cow.
The cow, basically. But she's such a daddy's girl.
Is she?
She's such...
Already?
Girl.
Sorry. She looks like you though.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think she looks like
I
you.
think she looks like him.
No, I think she looks... I think
I'm
it
gonna
depends.
take that.
I think it depends on the day.
I'm going to take
I
that.
heard christening, baby dedication, christening, she looked like you. Yeah, let's take it. My child looks like my husband. Yeah, I did all the work. The betrayal was real. Anyway, so we can talk about motherhood for like forever. So, a question, I often ask people is, how do you have it all, right? One of the reasons I created this pod was because there's so many people like you who are doing really well, really successful, who are balancing it all, right? Motherhood, being a wife, being a, what's the word? A TV host, being a presenter, you act, you sing, because at this point, you might as well.
In the shower, yeah.
You do so much, but it's like, how do you have it all? And can you actually have it all?
You can have it all, but it is hard. It is extremely hard. And that's one thing, like, I try to be honest about it on social media because I don't want other moms to feel like they're not doing enough. But like, even though I look put together.
Look great.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There are times where I'm literally falling apart. I mean, I even messaged you at one point and I was asking you, how do you do it? Because I feel like I'm going crazy. I've been sleep deprived for 6 months and yet I still have to show up and show out. And I think it's because I have to that I do it. Do you know what I mean? I love my job. I love my work. And it's the one thing that still makes me feel like me and not somebody's mom, somebody's wife, somebody's cow. Do you know what I mean? It's like the one little bit of independence I have, but going to work every day when you're running on like 2 hours, 3 hours of sleep back to back.
You look great.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's doable, but it is hard. So if there's any mother watching me, looking at me on social media, thinking that you're not doing enough, like, trust me.
You're doing more than enough.
Trust me, you're doing more than enough. The fact that you're even showing up for your child is enough. And it's not easy for anybody.
No, it's a full-time job.
It is
It's a full-time job. And, the lovely thing about our relationship is we have some of the most honest conversations where we sometimes say, I can't do it today. Like, how do you do it today when you're exhausted and you're tired and you don't want to? And I can say this now because I say it as well on social, is it's okay to hate it on some days. And there'll be days you love it and you'll never, ever regret it. And I think having other mothers who are just as busy as me, and I'm like, Simi, how? But, one of the things you just mentioned is you do it because it gives you a sense of identity and purpose. And I think we don't talk about, how motherhood sometimes takes away our identity because people are just like, oh, you're a mom. And I'm like, no, I'm an exec. No, like I play tennis. Like, ask me other things outside of the blatant thing that I am. So what does that feel like to you, looking like you've lost yourself in a season, but you actually haven't?
I mean, it comes and goes. You know what? I feel like the most important thing is to have a support system because what you said, like sometimes you hate it, sometimes you love it. Like I've had that conversation with my mom so many times and Reddit as well. Like I found...
Did you say, wait, Reddit?
Yes,
like that?
Girl, like I never used Reddit as much as I have since giving birth because like Reddit has the most non-judgmental, honest community. And I think it's just like other moms who are losing their minds that just go online, like, help me, please. Is there anybody that feels this way? And you'll be surprised to see how many other women do. Yeah. And I remember searching once that I love my child, but I hate motherhood. And this was like, I think during the first 3 months where, and I'm sleep deprived now, but those first 3 months,
They're nothing in comparison.
They're nothing in comparison, like I literally felt I was going crazy because I wasn't sleeping at all. She was constantly crying because she had gas, etc. I mean, now when she wakes up, she just needs to feed and she goes back to sleep. But you know, those first 3 months where the baby's just figuring out how to live.
Like, what is this? Where am I?
Yeah, and you don't know what to do. Like, they're not hungry. You're trying to do the bicycles. They're not.
Everything.
Yeah, like I was losing my mind. And if I didn't have a strong support system, my mother, my husband, and my Reddit community.
This Reddit community, send me the link.
Girl, I will. Like, I truly don't know what I would have done.
And community is everything.
It is
I think community, you know, they're the people that pull you up when you really feel like you have nothing and you're running on E. And I'm so grateful for the community that I have, that a lot of things are a text away. And it's a privilege. And a lot of people don't have that privilege to be able to like have a mother, have a husband, have friends, have Reddits. Some people don't have that. And we often forget that in the darkest moments, community is what gets us by. So what would you, you know, say to other mothers who are navigating not having community? Because you have it. So like, I'm asking you to think of a world where you don't have it. What would you say to those people?
Girl, I did. The first time I thought about it, I broke down in tears.
Oh, wow.
I went to my husband and I cried and I was like, imagine there's some people who don't. No, this was even from like being in labor. When I was in labor and I was going through my contractions, I was in tears. I was looking at my husband and I was like, how do women do this on their own? And truly, 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 my respect goes out to all mothers. And as a mother myself, I try not to be judgmental because I see so much judgment and condemnation on mothers. Like, there's certain things that I don't do with my child, but I'm not going to like judge you if you do differently because our situations are different. I know, like for me, I don't believe in screen time, but I know but I know some mothers have to resort to it because they don't have that help. I have my mom to look after my child when I need a break, and there's some moms that don't. And the only way they can get a break is to put their child in front of a screen. And I know, especially from experience, that if you are not there like fully emotionally, if you're not taking care of yourself, you cannot take care of your child.
Facts.
So be easy on yourself. Nobody has it figured out. And you're doing a fantastic job. The fact that you're just showing up for your child.
Oh, I love that. No, you can't do it all. And people are doing a fantastic job. I think a lot of people don't hear that enough. So what does legacy look like? Now that you have a child, you have a husband, you have your business that you've, been successful in for years now. What does legacy look like?
So I feel like now I'm trying to be more intentional about the things that I do. Like, how would it reflect on me? Are they things that my child would look up to? Like, how am I setting down roots more long term? And just being smart with the decisions I make. So now I'm trying to like set up businesses that are going to like generate more generational wealth because I have a child. I'm not just thinking about myself. Do you know what I mean? My husband, he's good. Like, he's been doing his thing for a while, but now like, I know, right? And I was always the kind of person who was like, okay, yes, I'm earning money. I've got money for like my designer goods. I'm good. I've got money for my trips. But now it's like, right, school fees in the future.
It's funny how whenever I hear the word school fees, becomes the reaction. Why? Anyways, that's another topic. It's expensive.
It's expensive.
Right now, let alone college, university, and anything else, extracurricular, master's, PhD. No, but like we actually have to think about setting up generational wealth, or just setting up our kids in a way that they feel supported, like we feel supported.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I can't think of a moment where I needed something and my parents didn't give it to me or give me the tools to get it. And I think about, again, I'm always thinking about people who don't. What does that look like in a world where we can actually have true impact? Like, is there anything outside of setting up generational wealth for your child that you want to leave as your legacy?
Definitely. There's a lot that I actually want to do in terms of like helping out children who don't have families, etc. It's more like a long-term plan, but it's something that's been weighing heavily on my heart, especially here in Nigeria, where you find a lot of people from underprivileged backgrounds do not have the protection of the government as they do in other countries. And that's actually something I want to do. So it's not just like me setting up things for my own child, but setting up things for other children as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Like children's center, parent-child center.
So educational centers, homes as well, because you do have homes here that aren't properly regulated, where a lot of abuse happens. I did a lot of research, and when something just like touches you and you feel like the urge to do something. So these are things that I'm working towards.
I
Things
love that.
I know, things I'm already like building on. Bruh, I'm sleep deprived. I'm still working.
And so and this is the thing, it's like, what is driving all of that? You're sleep deprived, you're still trying to build this education center for people who don't have, you're running on 2 hours of sleep, you probably have a hosting gig this evening or first thing tomorrow morning. Like, what is driving the need for success? Because I think you're pretty successful. Why don't you just stop?
Because I'm not where I want to be, if that makes sense. I'm definitely not where I want to be. And even before I became a mother, I was first and foremost Simi Drey. So I want to fulfill the things that I want to do for my child and for myself. But I don't believe that it just stops and ends with me. I want to do more for community, because as much as I want to be successful, I remember like praying to God, and I was just like, there has to be more than just, being successful, to being successful enough to buy nice things for myself and my child. That there's more to life than that. And I think that's when, I started seeing how more I can help the community around me, and children especially around me. And so I think it's just that I care.
Yeah.
And you don't have a lot of people who care enough.
And I think that's fact. I think that's true. I think the thing that connects, me and all of my friends, is we have this deep level of care.
Yeah.
Beyond us.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we?
Because you're so giving. You are so giving. And sometimes I'm just like, I hope you have enough for left for yourself.
That's a great question. I think in this season, one of the things I've learned is to say no when I have nothing left. And the second thing I've learned is to ask my community when I have nothing left. Because something that will take me 24 hours, 7 days to do might take you 5 seconds. And a classic example of that is I'm now surrounding myself with people in my world who want to pour into me as much as I pour into them. I think it was last month. Yeah, it was literally last month. Like last month, I left you a voice note, and I was crying. If you didn't know, I was crying before I called. So like I was crying. It was like 4 or 5 a.m. in LA, and I was like, Simi, I can't do this. I was like, I have nothing left in me. I'm supposed to be coming to Lagos next week. I need to do this. I need to do that. I want to make myself feel good. I don't feel like myself. My mind is going crazy. And you said, I got you. I said, impossible, because you have a 5-month-old. Like in my head, I'm like, you can't have me, because I know where you were. Where I was where you were once upon a time, where I had a 5-month-old and I had no energy to even smell the air. And you said, I got you. And you turned around and you organized my photo shoot. You organized the videographer. You organized a cake. You organized everything I possibly needed in a space of 5 minutes. And I think part of building community and part of, this season of my life is I'm grateful that I've surrounded myself with people who pour, even if they are half empty. I don't want people to pour when they're empty. Don't pour into me when you're empty. Pour into me when you feel fulfilled or when you have capacity. And that's the season I'm in, where it's like, I know a lot of my friends say I give a lot, and I'm like, I will drop everything for anybody in my immediate circle, but I will also drop everyone if they violate. And I think I've created this great balance of boundaries that I think people know. If you cross this line, Tope will give you the shirt on her shoulder, but she will also throw you off a cliff if you decide to cross certain boundaries. And for me, a lot of the boundaries surround family and my child, and then me, myself. Like, what boundaries have I put around protecting my peace? If it impacts my peace, then it goes. So to your question, I do have people, I have you, I have a big community of people that pour into me, but I've reduced that community so much so I don't run mad. Or else you're going to run mad. And I'm sure you've been there, especially in the work you do. So as we think about, pouring into things and people, how do you still host and act? How? In this season, because I just saw a TV show that I think you were on. How?
Yeah, so it's because I genuinely enjoy it. Okay. I genuinely enjoy it. It brings me joy. And I also think as well that it's easier to pick up where you left off when you already set down roots before pregnancy and motherhood. And then my team is so incredible. Like my management team, they're the ones that call me and they say, we've got this booking for you. How do you feel? Can you do it? And so far I haven't said no to anything because because I genuinely want to do it. But because they are there like looking out for me, they're the ones like doing the negotiations. All I need to do is book my makeup artist, hairstylist, get my outfit and show up.
Love that.
That's it.
Love that. So why have you not said no? Is it because it aligns with your brand, whatever comes your way?
Yeah, I mean, they know the kind of jobs that I want to do. So they bring it to me. And like I said, I never want to feel resentful about motherhood, about my child. So I told my mom that everything I would have done before pregnancy, within reason, I still want to continue.
Good. Okay, so girl strip is still down.
Girl.
Girl strip is still down. Okay, just making sure.
Girl.
Because you really had it. Anyways.
Yeah. From next year,
okay,
after my child turns 1,
okay,
I'm outside.
We outside.
We outside.
We're coming to LA because I can't keep coming to Lagos. You people need to come to LA.
Even my husband, he's like, you've tried. You've done well. Next year, anywhere you want to go, just go.
We love a supportive man. So do you feel like, if you didn't have your husband, you'd be where you are today?
I feel like he has definitely contributed to where I am today. Before I met my husband, I was engaged to another person.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't know this actually.
But it's from that relationship that I realized that being with the wrong person can break you. Because when I was with my ex-fiance, like there was so much potential I had that I never reached. And I think because internally I wasn't happy and I stopped dressing the way I like to dress. I feel like I didn't realize it, but I was very suppressed in that relationship. Yeah, I was very, very suppressed in that relationship. I did not realize it until I got out. And when I got out, I felt like I had wings and I could finally fly. And then my husband, he's now like the wind under my wings. He's like encouraging me. He's like, if there's anything you want to do it. I've got you. Yeah.
And, we're going to talk about relationships right now just for a brief second, because you are the definition to a lot of people of having it all. You have a husband, you have a child, you're happy, your marriage is healthy. What are some things women should look out for granted, you were previously engaged and now you are with the man of your dreams. What are some things women can look out for so they don't fall into the trap of shrinking for a man?
Okay, so one thing I told all my friends and I told my sister, it is better to be single than in a toxic relationship, 100%. And if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. So red flags are the way he treats you when you guys have an argument, how he responds, does he listen, the kind of words he uses. Because a person doesn't necessarily have to be physically abusive, but emotional abuse is still abuse.
Just as bad.
It's just as bad. It is just as bad. The way he treats your family, the way he treats his family as well. Have conversations about finances, about children, about your roles as well, because it's very, very telling. My ex-fiance would tell me when we got into arguments, he would use all sorts of words to insult me.
I'm sorry.
And when I responded, because I'm a very calm person, I don't like drama. I just want peace.
I want peace, no problems.
Exactly. But I'm not just going to sit there when you insult me. So when I insulted him too, he would tell me that my place was to placate the situation and to, bring sanity to the situation. And I would tell him that it's a two-way thing, but it never
became a two-way thing.
It never became a two-way thing. So I think the way a person treats you, the way he speaks to you, the way he speaks to your family members, be very, very mindful about it.
How about how they treat your friends? Because I think that's also telling.
It is also telling.
And I ask intentionally because our friends are the extended community. Because our family is always going to be there, but sometimes family isn't there and they're unavailable and your friends become the secondary thing. Yeah. So are there things they should be looking out for if a man is disrespectful to their friends or not welcoming to their friends?
Or too flirtatious with their friends as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Is that a thing?
It's a thing.
Okay.
It's a thing.
Okay, so they should look out for that. That's a red flag.
It's a red flag.
It's
a red flag.
Okay.
It's a red flag.
Okay.
Because I remember I went on a date once with a guy and I was on my Instagram and one of my friends' pictures popped up because all my friends are good looking girls.
Beautiful.
And he was like, oh, who is that in front of me? See, and I
No
ignored.
shame.
No, I ignored that red flag, but you showed me other red flags later in the future, and I was like, you know what?
Why do we ignore the red flags as women?
I was naive.
Young.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's blame it on youngness. At what age can you stop blaming it on being young? I'm just curious.
So for me, like when I changed things around was after my engagement, because that's when reality hit me. That's when it was
It's
like,
forever.
yeah, that's when
Possibly.
exactly. That's when I realized that if I tie myself down to the wrong man, that's like,
that's your future.
that's my future.
That's your future.
That's my future. And I had to become very intentional about dating. I would give people a grace period of like 3 weeks. 3 weeks, yeah. So from our first date, yeah, girl, because I also knew that like if a man truly wants to be with you, he will do everything in his power to be with you. And I didn't want to be with somebody who was still trying to date other people, trying to see, is she the one, is she not the one?
Yeah.
I wanted somebody who was sure about me. But I'd also gotten to the point in my life where I was happy being single. Like I spoke to God and I prayed to God about this. I told God that you've made me so content. Like I have a roof over my head. I have a job. I have a cat.
You and this cat.
Me and this cat. That at the end of the day, like the man that comes into my life has to be adding peace to my life, not taking my peace away. And all my previous relationships, like there had been issues, one issue or the other, and I wasn't like fully happy. And in all fairness, I was happier single than with my exes. So I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be single, I'm going to be single. Let me be single and thrive. So when I had, the grace period of 3 weeks, it's because like I knew my worth, I knew my value, and I wasn't ready to settle for anything less than what I wanted because I was good where I was alone. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
This is awesome. Is how they do the snap or the kids do this. Which one is this one? Yeah, the kids do this. And I love that. I think self-awareness is key. I think knowing when to walk away is key.
Yeah.
My dad's always said this to me growing up, and I absolutely love my dad. My dad's like, it's better to walk away while you're engaged
100%.
than to marry someone that you're tied to. Because like for us and our family, we don't believe in divorce. We don't, Nigerian culture, we don't really believe in divorce. But my dad's also said, you can do all bad by yourself. So don't now add someone into your life that's going to add problems and not peace. And that has stuck with me forever. And that's, I think, we've both made really great decisions in the men in our world where they amplify us.
Yes.
And they allow us to thrive and fly. But we can talk forever. So I have a couple more questions. I'm going to let you go because I know you have to run to the baby. Is, in the fact that you act, you host, you're a TV presenter, you create, you're a social commentator, digital creator. What's one thing you want to change about your industry?
One thing.
I know there's multiple.
There's multiple things.
Limited
there are multiple things.
Two.
I mean, it's frustrating because in Nigeria, we have one of the biggest film industries in the world.
Correct. Shout out Nollywood.
Shout out Nollywood. But we don't have the finances. And even when we do, like, you have people who, like, hoard it. Do you know what I mean? Instead of it dripping down. There have been instances where like big networks or big brands have come into the country, they've pumped money into the industry, and actors should have been paid a certain amount, even crew members should have been paid a certain amount, but they weren't, even when the money was there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because someone was hoarding it.
Because somebody was hoarding it. And instead of even investing it into that production as well. So those are things that I would love to change. I would love to change the regulation.
Is there regulation in Hollywood? Okay. Part two, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there is regulation, but not the type of regulation that we need. Okay. If that makes sense. Yeah. So those are things I would like to change. Also, it's interesting because when you look at a country like India, Bollywood is also,
one of the largest.
One of the largest. And the cinema going culture there is huge. So so movies make so much from the box office, and the actors even get paid in dollars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, some of the top actors get paid in dollars, and I'm talking like millions of dollars. But I feel like the buying power in India is higher than it is in Nigeria as well. So that's another problem that's still going to take a while to tackle in this country. But
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
But is that something you're passionate about tackling, or is that something you're just like, that's not my
Girl,
fight?
I can't do it all.
Okay.
I can't do it all. I'm doing a lot. I can't do it all.
Okay. No, I didn't know that. So I learned something new. And then, the last question-ish that I have for you is, in terms of, as you think about the future and what you want to leave behind from an impact standpoint, what does that look like? I know we spoke about the school, but from an impact in your space, what does that look like?
So the little things I can do is be honest, especially on social media. So like I have a presence on social media, and I try to create like a safe space for mothers, like non-judgmental. I talk about my journey, but also about like, it's okay if you're not doing this. I mean, even spoke about breastfeeding, but about how I also see like a lot of judgment on women who use formula, and fed is best. So I just try to create a community of openness, of honesty. People, message me about their mental health as well, and I speak to them because like there have been times where my mental health has been on the floor. And I feel like we're living in an era where there's so many lies on social media.
So many.
Many
packaging.
lies.
So many packaging.
The packaging.
So many packaging.
The packaging. I mean, I do a little bit of packaging, a little bit of packaging.
With a lot of honesty.
With a lot of honesty, yeah. Because, I mean, I don't have it all figured out. I don't have it all together. I do have a support system. I'm not doing this on my own. Yes, I still find it hard, So that's just one thing I want to do, like transparency, honesty, and to be a role model for like,
people coming
after me.
Legacy.
Because, that's legacy, because you do have a lot of celebrities now saying, I'm nobody's role model. And now that I have a child, I'm even more aware of the fact that like
you are that child's role model at minimum.
Exactly, because when you become a name, right, you can't escape. You can't escape from that person. And especially when you're young, impressionable, like there's only so much I can do as a mother to protect my child from like the big bad world. So let me also be
the person that they look up to. Oh, I love that. So before I let you go, my last question, I keep saying last, but before this one is truly the last, because this podcast is all about finding balance and taking care of yourself, because I want to see us grow old. I want to see us living healthy, balancing and maximizing our life to a T. So what is your wellness and health routine?
So I find time for myself, and it's a non-negotiable. And this is from like when my child was even born, because I had a friend who came to visit me, I think a few weeks after I'd given birth. And she was like, I know you probably haven't even showered. And I was like, oh, no, I have showered every single day.
Love that.
Like, I don't mind if my husband has to take her for that 30 minutes. I'm in the shower. If she's crying, he can, find a bottle, feed her, like rock her, figure it out. Let me at least have my shower. And I mean, like, I was in Germany after I gave birth, so I wasn't working, etc. And when I came to Nigeria, it was now like, okay, what are the activities that I want to do? Yesterday, I went to the spa with my mom. Yeah, because I was like, you know what? I need to unwind. I need some me time. Softness. I need softness in my life. And I think everybody should, even if it's like 10 minutes in a week, find that time for just softness for you. Like, you might not have your mom living with you. That's fine. If you have like a friend who has children, a partner, a family member, just so you can have some me time, because it is so important. It is so important not to lose yourself in the external roles, and to still, find who you are at the core.
Find joy.
Find joy.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. We just had the amazing Simi Drey, where we spoke about rather, all things softness, joy. I always say to my friends, find micro moments of joy. And that could be 10-minute showers, a spa day, but take care of you so that you can live your life to a T. Thank you.
Thank you.